strike price 100 and you have an obligation to buy at 100 whenever buyer of put option is exercising the put option. That means when he is selling, the buyer of put is seller and seller of put is buyer at this price. So first think from the point of view of buyer, whether put buyer will sell at 100 or not. If the price is 96, the buyer of put will sell at 100. Okay. जब पुट बायर को 100 पे बुकिंग किया है तो वो 100 पे सेल करेगा. स्पॉट प्राइस जब कम होती है तो उसको 100 पे सेल करने में प्रॉफिट होगा. जितना प्रॉफिट बायर को होगा एक्सरसाइज करने के वक्त उसको प्रॉफिट होगा. किसको? बायर को. तो बायर को 4 रुपीज प्रॉफिट होगा. तो सेलर जो यहाँ पे पुट सेलर है उसको 100 पे बाय करना पड़ेगा जबकि प्राइस 96 है मार्केट में. He has an obligation to buy at a strike price. Put seller has an obligation to buy at a strike price. जब buyer of put क्या बोलेगा कि मैं ज्यादा प्राइस पे सेल करूं. Buyer of put is a seller. अगर आप ये समझ गए buyer of put is a seller, actual seller, and seller of put is actual buyer. तो ये अगर आपका पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया तो उसके बाद आपको इजी होगा समझने को. 100 रुपीज पे आप सेल करोगे, ठीक है, और उसको 96 से डिफरेंस निकालोगे तो 4 रुपीज प्रॉफिट बायर को होगा, buyer of put, and seller of put will have a loss because he is buying at 100 rupees. He has an obligation to buy at a strike price. So 4 rupees loss हो जाएगा seller of put का. दूसरी बात, यहाँ पे जब 3 रुपीज का प्रीमियम लिखा हुआ है, सेलर ऑफ पुट ऑप्शन को हमेशा प्रीमियम रिसीव्ड होता है. तो प्रीमियम यहाँ पे +3 में दिया है. -4 +3 -1. Next, at a strike price of 100, buyer of put has a right to sell at 100 and he will compare the price on expiry at 97. He would like to sell at strike price. The buyer of put will exercise the put option. He will get a profit of 3. Buyer of put option will sell at 100 and he will get a profit of 3 rupees. And seller of put has an obligation to buy at 100 rupees whenever put buyer exercises the put option. So loss of -3. He received the premium of 3. So this is the break-even point 0. Next, strike price is 100. This is a price at which buyer of put option has a right to sell at 100. He will compare the spot price on expiry with strike price and he will see that difference is 2 rupees. If he sells at 100, he is exercising the put option. He will get 2 rupees profit. Buyer of put will get 2 rupees profit. And here the seller of put has an obligation to buy at 100 rupees at strike price. So buyer of put will get 2 rupees profit. Siddharth is seller of put. So he will get a loss of 2 because he is unable to buy at 98 from the spot market. He has an obligation to buy at a strike price. That means it is compulsory for him. It is compulsory for him to buy at a strike price. So he is making a loss of 2. -2 and +3. He received the premium upfront immediately when he entered into the contract. So answer is 1. 1 is the payoff, net payoff. Next, the buyer of put option. First thing from the point of view of buyer of put. Even if the question is having a seller of put option, first you have to think from the point of view of buyer. Buyer of put option has a right to sell. Buyer of put option has a right to sell at a strike price at 100 rupees. So he will compare the spot price on expiry at 99. He will sell at 100. Okay. And the difference is 1 rupee profit for the buyer of put option because he can sell at higher price. He can make a profit. Buyer of put option will get a profit of 1 And seller of put option, seller is having an obligation to buy at 100 rupees whenever put buyer exercises the put option. So seller of put option cannot buy at 99 at lower price. He has to buy at 100 because he has a compulsion. He received the premium, so he has a compulsion. He will make a loss of 1 rupee if we buy stock at 100. When the price is 99, he cannot buy at 99. He has to buy at 100. So this is something called as compulsory obligation. So this is a loss of 1. Intrinsic value is -1. And the premium received was, while entering the contract, he received the premium of 3. So the net payoff is 2. Next, if the strike price and the spot price on expiry are same, in that case, even if you exercise here, you will not get any benefit. 0 you will get. So instead of writing exercise, write not exercise, 0. And the premium received was the profit for the put seller, that is Siddharth. Siddharth has booked a contract of put seller when the price is 100, when the strike price is 100 and the spot price is 101. In this case, the buyer of put option, we have to think from buyer of put. Siddharth is the seller. इसका पहले नहीं सोचना है, आपको buyer के बारे में समझना है. 100 rupees पे buyer क्या करेगा? Buyer of put has a right to sell. Right to sell, but no obligation to sell. जो बायर ऑफ फुट है उसको 100 पे सेल करने का राइट है, पर कंपल्सरी नहीं है उसको वो 100 पे सेल करे. When the spot price is greater than the strike price, 101 greater than 100. So when the spot price is greater, he will sell at 101. He will not exercise the put option when the price is lower or equal to spot price. When strike price is less and the spot price is high, buyer of put would like to sell at 101. He has a right to make a choice and he can make a profit of 1. In this way, he will not exercise this put option. So whenever you are writing not exercise, you have to write 0. Don't find out the difference when you are writing not exercise. Next, 3 rupees will be the profit for the seller. Next, put buyer के बारे में ही सोचना है पहले. जब आप एक्सरसाइज नॉट एक्सरसाइज लिखोगे तो पुट बायर के बारे में आपको सोचना है. 100 rupees is the price for the put buyer. For the put buyer, 100 rupees is the selling price. He has a right to sell at a strike price at 100. But when the spot price is 102, he will leave this contract price. He will write not exercise, 0. And he paid premium to the buyer, paid the premium to the seller. So seller received the premium and the premium left by the buyer is the profit for the seller. Next point, when the strike price is less than the spot price is greater. In that case, the put buyer will not sell at 100 rupees. He would like to sell at 103 because the put buyer is having a choice. He can make a choice where he wants to sell. So if he is cancelling the deal which he entered into the contract, he paid 3 rupees to Siddharth. Siddharth received the premium and he is not exercising. If the put buyer is not selling at 100, then you have to write not exercise, 0 plus 3. This is the premium received upfront. So 3 rupees is the net payoff profit. At 100 rupees, The put buyer is having a right to sell but no obligation to sell. So put buyer will not sell at 100. He would like to sell at 104. So when he is not selling at 100, you have to write not exercise and 0. Siddharth is the put seller. He received the premium upfront and the amount is profit for him. This amount is profit for him. Next, put buyer. Think from the point of view of put buyer. Put buyer has a right to sell at 100 but no obligation to sell at a strike price. So he would like to sell at 105. He's canceling the deal which he made earlier. When you are canceling the deal, you will write not exercise 0. Premium received by Siddharth is the profit for him. So this is the payoff table of Siddharth. Siddharth is having unlimited loss and limited profit. Profit will not go above 3 rupees. This is constant profit of 3. Whenever there is a not exercise, he will earn only 3 rupees. Whenever put buyer will exercise, he will make a loss. Because the buyer exercises when he makes profit. So this is the payoff of both the parties. So this amount you have to calculate after deducting the premium or adding the premium. If it is premium received, you have to add. If it is premium paid, then you have to deduct from the actual profit. This is the diagram. Payoff diagram is as under. 100 is the strike price and 3 rupees. You can see the profit is limited. Constant line, straight line, 3 rupees. Whenever buyer not exercises, the seller of put gets constant profit of 3 because he leaves the premium of 3, which is a profit for the seller. So whenever buyer not exercises the put option, he will leave the premium for the seller and seller will only get limited profit of 3, not more than that. So whenever you will find that whenever the spot prices are falling, in that case, he will make a loss of -1, -2, -3, -4. When the prices on the spot markets are falling, in that case, the seller of put will get a loss of -1, -2, -3, and -4. So profit and loss on the y-axis and spot prices on the x-axis. So this is a payoff diagram for the Siddharth. He is a put seller. He is having a limited profit of premium and unlimited loss when the market is falling. Because seller of put is bullish. He believes that the market will increase. But when the market is falling, that time he will incur a unlimited loss. So after drawing the table, you have to draw a payoff diagram of one party which is given in the question. This is a diagram for the seller of put. So when the prices are going above 100, he is already bullish person. So when the prices are increasing, he is getting a limited profit of 3. When the prices are falling below 100, below strike price, when the prices are falling from 100 to 99, you will get a loss of 1. 100 to 98, you will get a loss of 2. From price 100 to 97, you will get a loss of 3. If price goes below 100, that means when the price goes below the strike price, you will incur a loss of that amount. The difference between the stock price and the strike price, he will get a loss. This amount will be deducted from his account. Whenever he incurs a loss, amount will be deducted from his bank account and whenever he makes a profit, he already have premium received in his account. So the profit is only up to premium. So put seller is having unlimited losses and limited profit only up to premium. Only up to premium.